Welcome to the Sevier Valley Center, where it is time for the Snow College pregame report with Manila and Panguitch set to face off. It is the 8-9 matchup, Panguitch the 8 seed, Manila the 9. Starting with Panguitch, they come in at an even 500, 11-11 this season. They're led by Tabitha and Mallory Henry, each scoring 11 points a game. Adelaide Ingolstead chips in 8. And then along in the starting lineup, Alexis Allen and Chloe Orton. For Manila, they come in at 11-8. They finish third in Region 22. They are led by Cassie Wall with 10 points a game and Cameron Slaw, who scores 9. Grady Pendleton, Callie Bear, and Sadie Davis are also in the starting lineup. That it will do it for the Snow College pregame report. Check them out at snow.edu. Coming up after this, tip-off.
The Gifts from Grady Foundation Charity Poker Run will be held April 22nd. For registration rules and regulations, go to giftsfromgrady.com. Raising awareness about organ donation, one tiny donor at a time, in honor of Grady Boy.
Celebrating 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A Basketball. Providing quality concrete to Garfield, Kane, Wayne, and Paiute counties, the mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best of the best. When it comes to traditions, at the top of the list would be Henry's Drive-In on Highway 89 in Panguitch and a hot and juicy chubby cheeseburger. Julie and Colleen at Henry's wish all teams the best of luck. From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing, give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2442. Wishing Region 20 teams success.
Welcome back to 1A Championship Basketball. Set to tip off is Panguitch and Manila. Panguitch led by Nadine Owens, and Manila is led by Tony Pendleton. Now, it should be a tight matchup. It's the 8-9 matchup. The winner will go on to face Rich, who we just saw put up a pretty dominant performance against ICS. What do you expect out of these two teams?
Well, on paper, Tyler, it's two similar teams. As far as looking at points scored, points allowed, Panguitch gives up 44 points. Manila gives up 40. Manila scores 43, Panguitch scores 45. I mean, on paper, this should just be a super tight game, this 8-9 matchup.
Opening tip controlled by the Bobcats. Lexi Palmer is no good on the jump shot, and a quick tie-up will go to Manila. I said Chloe Orton in the starting lineup, but it's Lexi Palmer who ends up getting the start in her place. Manila runs a little elevator doors action up top, and then on the drive, it's Slaw who's too strong on the layup. Panguitch is a team that made it to the semifinals a year ago. They're looking to get back and make some noise in the 1A tournament. Obviously, they'll have to go through Rich in the second round if they win today. A good cross-court pass, but Palmer is blocked, and Manila goes the other way. Up top three, again, it's Slaw, and she's no good. The second chance also off the mark. So both teams scoreless through a minute. Right corner and back up top, it's Palmer. Engelstead, her mid-range jump shot is good. She was about a foot inside the three-point line, so it's just a 2. But that gets things started for the Bobcats.
Adelaide's been so successful from that 15-foot in that 15-foot range all season long for the Bobcats.
The lost art of the mid-range jump shot.
Very Richard Hamilton-esque, right?
And steps
Devin
called
Booker.
for. Yeah, there's a few that are keeping it alive. Ingolstead is one of them. Look inside and back out. It's Palmer. A good move at the free throw line, and that is Tabitha Henry who scores. So 4 quick points for Panguitch. They open up a 4-0 lead.
That was a nice job by the Bobcats to find that seam in that 2-3 zone, and Henry's able to take it into the hoop strong and score it.
Yeah, they've done a good job at getting it to the high post, and then from there you can operate. Another three for Manila is up and no good. Panguitch quickly the other way, and they'll slow things back out. Now it's low block. Henry back out, and the three is no good by Tabitha Henry. Ingolstadt chases down the long rebound. So Panguitch content early to operate out of the half-court offense. They've done a good job. Ingolstadt from that left side again. Rolls no good, but she had enough time to track down her own rebound. The lane opened up. Once she shot it, she could tell it was going to be off, tracks it down, and earns a trip to the free throw line.
Such a great lesson for anyone watching, especially the younger fans. I mean, she didn't just stand and watch that three-pointer. She could tell it might be off, and it's amazing she went in there and got her own rebound.
The ball, I think, if I remember right, the ball even bounced before she got to it again. So good box out inside, just leaves a lane. First free throw is good for Ingolstadt at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
On Monday, Adelaide signed with SUU to run cross-country and track at the next level, Division I. So it's super exciting for Adelaide as she goes 2 for 2 on the trip.
Yeah, using that speed to get inside, create an extra chance. 4 early points for Ingolstadt. And the Mustangs called for some more steps. That's a couple travels early on. Manila yet to kind of settle down in the first 3 minutes, still scoreless.
You know, as we watch the first 3 minutes of this game so far, Tyler, I mean, these are two similar teams as far as athleticism and personnel, and so far the Bobcats just converting a little better on the offensive side.
Bobcats jumper, Palmer is short. Mustangs get the rebound and they're fouled. It's always interesting when you get to the state tournament, Danny. You have, some players are experienced here, some are not as much. Panguitch, obviously, like I said, made it to the semifinals last year, so they have a little bit more experience, and you see kind of the two different sides of experience coming out in the first few minutes.
Right. Pregame jitters or early jitters in the state tournament. We've seen it all day long. It takes some of the teams a minute to settle down.
Manila been casting from deep early, no good, but the offensive rebound is corralled and up and good. It's Sadie Davis who gets things started for the Mustangs. Big putback.
That was a huge shot. I agree. Just good for the Mustangs to get rolling.
Panguitch works it around up top. Ingolstadt again will try a three up top, and she is firing away early. 7 quick points. The Bryce Canyon City three-pointer is good.
Right, she has 7, the Bobcats 9 points, and so much for our philosophy earlier of taking long threes with the wall so far away from the hoop. Boy, Adelaide just steps back and nails it.
Nothing but net. Inside, again, it's Davis who tries, no good, and the Mustangs knock it out of bounds. Manila in the 2-3 zone. So far, Panguitch done a good job operating in the half court. Another inside out, and this time it's Tabitha Henry who has no problem knocking down the jumper. It was Mallory Henry who caught it at the post, kicked it out to Tabitha, and hot shooting early, 11-2 lead Panguitch over Manila. We'll take a timeout. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Utah Mid Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show in Panguitch on 1aball.com. It's the Bobcats who jump out to the early 11-2 lead, just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Manila out of the timeout. It's a drive inside. Davis unable to grab the pass, and Panguitch comes up with another steal. Ingolstadt leads the break. Bobcats slow things up. Another good job at getting it into the high post. It's been Mallory Henry who's done most of the distributing from the elbow. A triple team on the baseline. And it's Ingolstadt who sneaks her way open. No good, but Tabitha Henry there to clean it up.
Those two girls have done the bulk of the scoring damage. All 13 points for the Bobcats have come between Henry and Adelaide Ingolstadt.
A little too much contact up top. It's Lexi Palmer who's called for the foul. So a quick 11-point lead for Panguitch. What's given Panguitch such an advantage early on?
One thing that the Panguitch is doing better today than they've done at certain games in the past is they're taking good care of the basketball. Panguitch is not turning the ball over. They're being patient and getting good looks on offense, and that's really helped them to build this 11-point cushion.
It's something we haven't seen a whole lot today in terms of the half-court offense. A lot of it's been in transition, a lot of pressure as Manila. It's Cassie Wall who gets the basket to go, cuts it to single digits, but so far Panguitch doing a good job in the half-court offense.
Manila has scouted Panguitch. They came out in the press there, and Henry travels. That's something that the Bobcats are really thinking this in their kind of quest to make her in this tournament. It's going to come down to if they can handle the ball. The winner of this game plays Rich, and neither of these teams have beaten Rich. They both played Rich so far this year, and so both teams have to play really good to compete with Rich tomorrow.
Manila, they work it around in the half court. It's the deep three, no good by Cassie Wall. Bobcats push ahead. It's Palmer on the left wing, in and out. And it's Mallory Henry who's there to clean it up. So the offensive glass paying dividends for Panguitch. Already 6 points on second chance.
15-4 lead in favor of Panguitch with 1:45 to go in the first.
Good move by Reagan Browning, but she misses the layup, and Panguitch off the other way. In the corner, it's Mallory Henry, and she's no good. Manila lets it roll out of bounds. And a sub for Panguitch. In comes Braylee Franson. Lexi Palmer will go to the bench.
Tyler, I feel like the Bobcats maybe they did a good job, as you mentioned earlier in the first quarter, of working a half-court offense, but they've taken some kind of quick shots, and perhaps Coach Nadine Owens kind of telling her girls, hey, let's work it around and get an open look.
Yeah, sometimes it can be easy when you get a lead early. You want to just keep the momentum and you think you can start firing, but you got to stick with what got you the lead. Manila just 2 baskets in the first 7 minutes, another turnover. 15-4, a minute to go in the first quarter. Panguitch looks inside. It's Franson who just checked in. She passes out, but it's deflected. Mustangs get the steal.
Big play that time for the Mustangs. We'll see if they can capitalize and get a hoop on the other end.
At the elbow, Mustangs no good. It's Grady Pendleton who misses. Bobcats go the other way with pace. Good look inside. Ingolstadt there to finish. It was Tabitha Henry on the assist. Ingolstadt finishes. She's already at 9 first quarter points. Ingolstadt 9, Manila 4. Mustangs, no shot clock, but they'll fire away. Pendleton misses the 3. Henry again the other way. Again finds Ingolstadt, just like we saw, but this time Ingolstadt dumps it for Braylee Franson. It's been Ingolstadt and Henry who have set the tone for Panguitch as they take a 19-4 lead after 1. You're listening to 1A State Championship Basketball on 1aball.com and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Joe's Main Street Market is your full-service grocery store in downtown Panguitch, featuring a tantalizing fresh meat counter and a wide selection of fruits and vegetables, as well as all your regular items in a grocery store, from bread and milk to cookies and ice cream. First-class customer care at Joe's.
JT Steel is a custom steel fabricator. It all began with a $2,000 job in 1983, from large projects like the BYU baseball stadium to a customer that needs an angle with a couple holes. Owner and Garfield County Commissioner Jerry Taylor wishes all teams success.
This is state championship basketball brought to you by the University of Utah, Team Hive Live and KTTA 8.1. There's been 158 turnovers through 3 games in this gym this morning. Only 6, a little refresher, only 6 in the first quarter between the two teams.
Right, and only 2 of those have gone against the Bobcats. And again, they've done a good job handling the ball.
It's Henry who's off the mark, and the other Henry gets the offensive rebound out to Ingolstadt. No good. And this Panguitch team, they've been prone to turnovers in the past, but good job only limiting it to 2 in the first quarter.
Right, good things have happened for Panguitch this season when they've been able to limit those turnovers.
And that 3's no good. Manila not afraid to cast away from deep. Yet to connect on any Bryce Canyon City 3-pointers. And a good look inside, but it's kicked around. Back up. 3 in the key. Looked like it may have been a jump ball whistled for, but they'll go 3 in the key on the Bobcats. So back the other way, it will go with the Mustangs. Manila just 4 points in the first quarter. Castley Wall had 2 and Sadie Davis had 2. Other than that, nothing going for the Mustangs. They work it inside, but that does not find the hands of anybody but the Bobcats. And whistled for a foul is Sadie Davis.
Tyler, we talked about these teams on paper, very similar. They have 4 mutual opponents. Both these teams were defeated by Rich this season. Panguitch much more handily than Manila in their 2 tries against Rich. Manila beat Milford by 4. They lost to Valley and beat Bryce Valley. Bryce Valley beat them by 10. So the Bobcats, they had similar records against those 3 teams.
Yeah, Manila's a good team. It's just been a little bit of the early state tournament as Panguitch turns it over. And they can still settle things down if they can go on a run at the end of the half, try to trim it to single digits as Manila misses another jump shot. But so far it's been Panguitch who's proven that the experience has helped in this first half.
Panguitch has done a good job of getting defensive boards as well, just limiting the Manila Mustangs to 1 shot.
Ingolstadt loses it but fights to keep it alive. It goes back out for the Bobcats. Newly into the game, Katie Harlan casts away from deep, no good. But don't worry, again on the offensive glass, Mallory Henry there. And it's blossomed to 17 points. Timeout, Manila will take a timeout as well. This is state championship basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
K&D Forest Products in Panguitch, Utah invite you to come visit them for all your building and log home needs. K&D would like to wish all teams success in the postseason.
From giant, delicious, fluffy pancakes for breakfast and our great selection of sandwiches for lunch, to our choice steaks or our amazing homemade country fried steak and mashed potatoes for dinner, top it off with homemade pie, and Kenny Ray's is just like home.
Welcome back to 1A State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Ruby's Inn on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. 21-4 Panguitch. Just over 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Manila comes out of the timeout looking to get something going on offense. So far, just 2 field goals in the first 8 minutes and another miss. Panguitch grabs the rebound and a good find in transition. One too many steps for Katie Harland. And back into the game comes Lexi Palmer, giving Adelaide Ingolstadt a well-deserved breather.
Yeah, Adelaide is a huge part of this Bobcat lead, but as you point out, not just her scoring, she's also distributed the ball well for the Bobcats.
Oh, great read on the steal. Tabitha Henry goes the other way and lays it in. 23-4 Panguitch. And Henry just read that pass the whole way, kind of telegraphed an easy steal, easy layup. Manila shooting 2 of 12, 0 of 6 from 3. So they haven't been shy, casting away, but it hasn't paid off yet. Yeah,
and you expect that outside shooting to kind of catch up at some point as the players kind of adjust to this different venue. But so far, I think if you're a Manila fan, you'd like to see your players taking shots a little bit closer to the hoop.
Yeah, the bigger the gym, the harder it can be to shoot. And at the Sevier Valley Center, it's the biggest gym these girls play in all year. Another turnover for Manila. It's Henry again, and she gets mixed up, takes one too many steps. She was looking ahead to her teammates and just lost the ball on the way.
When Tabby Henry was a freshman, she stayed in the high jump, the long jump, and the 400 as a freshman for Panguitch. Just a really good high school athlete. Been second in state cross country 2 years in a row. It's a real good athlete for the Bobcats.
You can see, Henry and Ingolstadt athletes in track and field, and they're leading the way as another tie-up is called. This arrow will favor Manila. And speaking of Ingolstadt, she took about a 1-minute breather, and she's back into the game along with Alexis Allen.
Coach Nadine Owens not wanting to leave her on the bench any longer than she has to.
And she comes in, Tabitha Henry goes out, so you kind of want to have one of those two on the floor almost at all times, and that's what Coach Owens is doing. Ball goes into the backcourt for Manila. They say backcourt violation.
I think that Callie got a hand on it on that long lead pass, and so since she touched it in forecourt, when it went to backcourt, then becomes a backcourt violation. Tough break for her.
Still scoreless in the second quarter is Manila. As Ingolstadt sets up the offense for the Bobcats. Ingolstadt left wing goes inside. Allen nowhere to go. Finds Franson on the block, and Franson airballs. Ball fought for, and Manila comes away with it. So the Mustangs' defense has improved, only allowed 4 points in the second quarter, and 2 of those coming on a fast break, easy Henry layup. So their half-court defense has been strong, but the offensive end is where they've struggled, and a whistle Bobcats foul.
Tyler, I think that's a great point you bring up. The Bobcats reeled off 19 first-quarter points, and we're almost midway through the second quarter, and they've only scored 4. And that's, for a team to come back, if you can get stops, you have a chance to come back.
It starts on the defensive end, but they do need to start scoring. Manila circles up top. It's Slaw who goes to the left wing, and that three is no good by Wall. Ball out of bounds, so it'll stick with the Mustangs. Now 0 for 7 from deep.
Wall's hit 22 three-pointers this season, so she's capable, just adjusting to this venue perhaps.
Yeah, the Mustangs have 2 girls that have made over 23s this season, Cassie Wall and Cameron Slaw. As another turnover from Manila. Franson goes the other way. Her layup's no good, but she did get bumped, so she'll go to the Legacy A's Hardware free throw line for 2 shots.
Bradley Franson came in the state championship game in volleyball this year when the Bobcats were playing the Rich Rebels and just did a great job. And Coach Nadine Owens hoping she can do the same thing for the Lady Bobcats on the basketball side.
First free throw is no good for Bradley Franson. We talk about the big gym here at the SVC, Sevier Valley Center, but how much of it also do you think, Danny, factors in with the 3 different three-point lines, makes it a little bit hard to keep track of?
Yeah, you brought that up in the first game, and Austin just brought it up a minute ago. It is. I think players, it just kind of messed you up a little bit. We've seen a lot of deep threes in the games.
And a trip to the foul line is earned by Cassie Wall for the Mustangs. So looking to get them on the board for the first time in the second quarter.
The Bobcats have attempted 4 free throws so far this afternoon. This will be the first free throw attempt for the Mustangs.
And the first free throw is short.
Bentley Ray Owens will check in for the Bobcats for the first time today, the sophomore. Hopefully Mike is tuning in at Yardley Insurance today.
And finally, the Mustangs are on the board in the second frame. Bobcats beat the pressure. Now double team in the corner as Franson has nowhere to go. Triple team. It was Harland who got stuck on the baseline. she kind of lost control of it, and then 3 Mustangs came and built a wall along the baseline, leaving her nowhere to go.
There's a herd of Mustangs right around there.
So 24-5, Panguitch leads with 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Another deep ball for Manila. Castley Wall is short. And pushed back the other way. Lexi Palmer gets an open layup, but she leaves it short, and the Mustangs track down the rebound. Slaw goes to Browning on the left wing. Now they get it in the paint where they haven't been a lot today, and it pays off. It's Kate Bambraw who lays it in for 2, 24-7.
That was a big hoop that time. What a great move. She just got all the way in and scored it.
So Manila settled things down the last few minutes, but they did dig themselves a hole. Still down 17. Panguitch circles it around on the perimeter inside. Oh, and a great passing inside. They got it on the left block. It was Owens, and then they went up top and to the free throw line and then back to the right block. It was Engelstead who laid it in for 2.
Yeah, that time the Bobcats, again, did what we had talked about before of just being patient and getting a good shot.
Short again. It seemed to be the story, is missing those 3 short. Is Wall again.
And they're right on line. Wall's shot is just right there. Just see if she can get things going in the second half.
0 for 9 from 3 for the Mustangs. And again, they're short on all these. Maybe it's taking it a foot or 2 back because those 3-point lines are throwing them off. Engelstead, reverse layup, no good. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Panguitch leads 26-7. Wall, same spot, same result, another miss, this time airballed from 3. It's been about 3 or 4, you mix in the layup from Bambraw, but other than that, it's been about 5 straight threes for Manila.
Right, that's a good stat, a good observation there, Tyler, because good things have happened when they've been able to get the ball inside, either drawing a foul or hitting a shot, and perhaps Wall's just really trying to get something going for her team, and maybe trying to press it just a little too much.
3 field goals for Manila, all 2-point field goals. Next dead ball, we will do our Fab Rats trivia, so don't go anywhere. Chance to win a Fab Rats t-shirt. Another beautiful look inside. This time it's Brentley Ray Owens with the 2-pointer.
That was a great high post, low post look. This time the passer was Alexis Allen and found Bentley.
Owens grabs the rebound. Engelstead pushes the other way, left side. Goes all the way down with the left hand, and she gets fouled. 2 shots for Engelstead. Fab Rats trivia time. The question for this game, what is Fab Rats' favorite tire? A chance to win a Fab Rats t-shirt. Email UHSSlive@gmail.com. The email on the screen, UHSSlive@gmail.com. Again, what is Fab Rats' favorite tire? Engelstead misses her first free throw. And the second one is good at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. So 29-7. Bobcats lead under a minute in the first half. Ball kicked around a few times, and a tie-up will favor the Bobcats. Not the result we were expecting. It's the 8-9 matchup. Probably would have thought it'd be a little bit closer in the first half.
I agree, Tyler. The Bobcats have really played well. One of their best halves of the season.
Only 6 turnovers for Panguitch. Outstanding job of taking care of the ball on a day that has been filled with turnovers in the first round through the first 4 games. 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Panguitch been patient all first half. This time Engelstead gets the mid-range jumper. We talked about it at the beginning of the game. She is one of the best at knocking it down from the mid-range.
Yeah, she's been money from there, and a nice assist. A good look that time from Mallory Henry.
14 points in the first half for Ingolstadt. Panguitch leads by 24, 31-7 at halftime. Stick around for the SUU halftime report coming up after this.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah High School athletics.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to Bryce Canyon Mule Days 2023. Join us April 30th through May 6th in Tropic, Utah. There will be guided mule rides, vendors, food and fun, arena events, a Friday night concert featuring Bren Hill and Andy Nelson, and the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday, May 6th. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it, as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all the truck drivers that make our communities better. We wish all teams success.
As Utahns, we don't have to go far to find a bit of heaven. Historic Panguitch City, nestled in southern Utah's high plateaus, just 20 miles from Bryce Canyon National Park. Panguitch is a year-round celebration of heritage and outdoor culture.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. It's time for the SUU halftime report. Ready to soar with SUU. It's been all Panguitch in the first half. They lead Manila 31-7. And they got off to a hot start, led 19-4 after one, and kept it on the defensive end, only allowing Manila to score 3 points in the second quarter. And it's been Adelaide Ingolstadt who's really set the tone for the Bobcats, 14 points in the first half.
That's right. She's leading all scorers and just very efficient. Adelaide shot the ball very well from the perimeter. I think she's only missed twice and just done a great job. Maybe taking a look at the rest of the individual scoring for these two teams. The Panguitch Bobcats are led, as you mentioned, by Adelaide with 14 points. Tabby Henry has 8, Mallory Henry with 4, Braylee Franson 3, and Bentley Owens with 2 points off the bench for the Bobcats. For the Manila girls, again, it's been a sparse scoring half for them as they've mustered just 7 points in this first half. They come in averaging 43 per game, so we'll look for them to warm up in the second half. But they're led by Cassidy Wall with 3, 2 points apiece for Sadie Davis and Kate Brumbuff. Maybe one other statistic before we look at some other team stats that jumped out to me, Tyler. Just 15% from the field for this Manila girls team, and the Bobcats are shooting 50%, 13 of 26, while Manila shoots 3 of 20 from the field. So Bobcats getting those easier looks, like you had mentioned, with them looking for each other, and it's helped them to shoot a good high percentage from the field.
Yeah, an 0 of 10 from 3 for Manila. So normally a team that can knock down some outside shots, unable to do so far. 3 of 10 from 2, 0 of 10 from 3. If they want to come back, you got to imagine the three-point ball is going to have to turn around in the second half. And you point out, Danny, 17-6 in the rebounding department.
Right, the Bobcats have done a really good job, particularly on the offensive glass, but also on the defensive glass, not allowing Manila to get many extra looks.
Yeah, it's been all Bobcats in the first half. We'll see what the Mustangs can draw up to work their way back in and chip into the lead in the second half. That will do it for your SUU halftime report. Ready to soar with SUU. Check them out at suu.edu.
After a big win, it's easy to smile. After a hard loss, it's not so easy. Win or lose, keep your smile in the game with your friends at Panguitch Dental. With a sliding scale discount based on income and family size, coupled with outstanding patient care, there's much to smile about at Panguitch Dental.
Panguitch Drug Store on Main Street in Panguitch has provided pharmacy services for over 100 years and 4 generations. Refill your prescriptions online at drugstorewest.com or give them a call at 435-676-2212.
Paul's Auto Repair in Panguitch is your dependable stop for vehicle, ATVs, and even snowmobile repairs and maintenance. With a complete line of accessories, including helmets, batteries, fuel containers, and tires, Paul's is able to keep your outfit running with quality parts and service.
9 is the time to start showing your strong disapproval of drinking alcohol underage. But it's great to have these conversations at any age, even if it feels a little awkward.
Brought to you by the Panguitch, Bryce Valley, and Escalante Prevention Coalitions.
Rocky Mountain Fencing, located in Panguitch, has been serving southern Utah for over 20 years. Owner Marquet Engelstead is a proud supporter of Region 20. Give Marquet a call today, 435-463-1659.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at ruby'sinn.com.
Buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
SUU is truly dedicated to the students as they help each to succeed in their academic and career endeavors and have the college experience they've always dreamed of.
SUU prepares their students for their futures after graduation.
The hands-on learning you'll get through any of our programs will set you on the right path for future success.
College is for you. Not only can you make it work, but college can be the best time of your life.
No matter what your chosen field of study is, you'll be given opportunities for professional advancement and excellence at SUU.
Utah Independent Bank, locally owned with branches to serve you in Beaver, Salina, Monroe, and Milford. Our loan officers and staff are ready to serve you for all your banking needs. Bank with people you know and trust. Get custom banking with custom ideas and custom solutions at Utah Independent Bank.
You're on this campus business team that lives and works together at the University of Utah. Your team has come up with this cool new ski rack. For real, it's going to market. Then you say to yourself, hold on, sports fans.
I'm only a freshman.
We call that Utah Fresh. Do real-world research. Go learn abroad. Join a campus living team. Yes, our freshman experience is refreshingly different. Only at the U.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center as it is halftime of Panguitch and Manila as you watch some of the first half highlights. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors out of Panguitch, Camping World in St. George, France and Albrecht Physical Therapy, and the Orton Farm and Ranch. Thank you for the sponsorship and making this broadcast happen. It's Panguitch who leads 31-7 at halftime in the 8-9 matchup. Bit of a surprise. We'll be back with the second half at the Sevier Valley Center after this.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org. Trust your smile to Cody Wilson. Located in Cedar City, Wilson Orthodontics creates a fun, efficient environment while perfecting your smile. Schedule an appointment today, 435-586-8980.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
For almost 70 years, the Yardley Insurance Agency has been helping people find the insurance that's right for them. They represent several companies, including Allstate and Liberty Mutual, and have friendly staff that are ready to meet your insurance needs. Yardley Insurance is proud to support the Region 20 tournament.
The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
Bear Valley RV Park in Sinclair, conveniently at the junction of Highway 20 and 89. Large RV pull-throughs with full hookups. Rent a cabin, a sheep camp, a teepee for an unforgettable adventure. BearValleyRV.com.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center for the second half of 1A State Championship basketball. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Rally Stop in Panguitch and Southern Utah Vision Care. It was all Panguitch in the first half. Manila will look to turn things around as they drop a beautiful play to come out of the break, but the layup is no good by Cassie Wall. She fights back for it. Her second attempt is up and good.
What a play. That was a great coaching move that time by Tony Pendleton to come out of that beautiful play. As you mentioned, it didn't go, but a rare offensive rebound was converted for 2 points.
Good sign for the Mustangs out of the break. Palmer drives baseline and nothing going, so she'll circle it back out. Inside, it's Engelstad in the midst of 4 Mustangs. She gets it poked away, fights back for it. This time Palmer takes the mid-range jumper, and that's tipped. So Sadie Davis with the block. Mustangs get it back.
Just what you want if you're a Mustang fan, a hoop on one end and a stop on the other to start the third quarter.
It was Panguitch who came out and set the tone early in the first half. Manila looking to switch that around in the second half, and ball thrown away for the Mustangs. 4th steal for Tabby Henry. In the corners, Engelstad. She looks inside, and layup is no good by Alexis Allen. And Tabby Henry tried to get it back for the Bobcats, but she's called for a travel.
One game of note in this, the Bobcats have a big lead here. In the game earlier this season at Valley, Panguitch had an 18-point lead at halftime, and at the conclusion of the third quarter, they are down 2. So the Bobcats have given up large leads before. It'll be important for them to keep taking good care of the ball.
And speaking of taking care of the ball, the Mustangs turn it over, and the Bobcats go the other way. It's Palmer who lays it in. So 24-point lead for the Bobcats, just over 6 minutes in the second half.
Got a scoring update next door. Wayne is up by 4 against Rich with 7:43 left to go. That sounds like a great game at Richfield High.
Tabby Henry, again with the quick hands, pokes it away. 6 points offensively for Tabby Henry, but it's 5 steals, been very active on the defensive end. And a block for Mallory Henry, but they're going to say she hit the Mustangs with the body. It's Cassie Wall who will go to the free throw line.
It's just Henry's first personal foul.
And the first free throw is good for Cassie Wall at the Legacy Ice Hardware free throw line. So it's Cassie Wall who has 6 of the 10 points for the Mustangs.
She's a good player.
That free throw is no good, but tipped around, and Abby Schofield grabs the rebound.
3-point play. Mustangs playing markedly better in this half.
Normally you don't want to miss the free throw, but if you can clean it up and get 2 more, you may as well. Bobcats inside out at the free throw line, back out to Engelstad. And she gets bumped, driving baseline. Panguitch will take it out of bounds. They lead by 21. Still in the 2-3 zone is Manila. Engelstad will fire from the corner. High arcing 3, swish.
That was a tough shot. It was an out-of-bounds play drawn up. She got a screen. She was the inbounder. She got a screen, went to the corner, and nailed it. 17
points for Engelstad. A big week for her. Signed with SUU on Monday, and showing that, hey, it was for cross country, and showing she can play basketball too if they ever need it. So timeout taken by Manila. You're listening to Utah State Championship Basketball on 1aball.com and the Utah Mid Radio Sports Network.
Bryce Canyon National Park. Seeing it in person is nothing short of magical. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary as a protected national treasure, there's no better time to take in some of that magic. There'll be concerts, festivals, and other events throughout the year. So start making plans now to join us for this once-in-a-lifetime celebration. For more information, visit brycecanyon.org.
Bugs driving you crazy? Here at Big Tom's Pest Control, we get rid of earwigs, termites, roaches, spiders, and much more. Bug season is here, and it's time to go to BigTom'sPestControl.com, and we will stomp them out.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Larry H. Miller, Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com. And we'd also like to thank our Panguitch sponsors, Spencer Brothers Feed and Stephen Wade Auto Group. Out of the timeout, Manila gets it inside. Sadie Davis goes up and draws contact. She'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2 shots.
Abby's made 1 basket in this third quarter and looking for more from the free throw line. Of course, the Manila boy team comes in at number 2 in the state. Be fun to watch them a little bit later today.
And it's great to have the boys and the girls all at the same location going on at the same time.
Kind of nice for parents when they have a boy and a girl playing, unless they're playing at the same time. That makes it tricky.
That's true. Hopefully they can work that out in the schedule and not make that happen. Second free throw, no good. So Bobcats lead by 24. Mustangs come away with the steal and slowed back out by Cameron Slaw.
Sadie Davis did a nice job getting a hand on the pass and created the turnover.
And a shot clock malfunction. We've seen a few of those today. Never reset. Still shows 14, but should show 30, and they reset it. Reagan Browning checks back in for Manila.
Wayne is clinging to a 3-point lead next door at Richfield High.
Manila fires from deep, still looking for their first three-pointer, and it won't come there as Abby Schofield is off the mark. Mustangs will retain possession. It goes out of bounds off the Bobcats. Cameron Slaw, who's had a quiet game, normally averages 9. She hasn't scored yet. And a great pass inside. It's Abby Schofield who will go to the line for 2 shots, but it was Reagan Browning who hit her with a beautiful bounce pass to set her up.
That play's been around for as long as we've played basketball, but that pick and roll has worked perfectly. It's a great pick, a nice seal on the roll, and a good find by Schofield.
3 fouls on Mallory Henry. First free throw is up and good for Schofield.
All 3 of her fouls have come in the first 3 minutes and 40 seconds of this third quarter.
And she'll go to the bench, make sure she doesn't pick up another one. And that free throw bounces up and off, no good, and a foul called against the Mustangs.
It's unfortunate for the Mustangs that time because if the player that fouled Allen just would have let it go, the Mustangs had a person on the person that Allen was trying to pass it to, so I think they had a layup.
Some pressure from the Mustangs. The Bobcats do a good job handling it until they get down to the basket. The Mustangs tip away the bounce pass. Ball fought for, and it'll be a tie-up. Possession favors the Bobcats.
Jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Panguitch.
Officials will discuss the possession arrow. Maybe it didn't get switched around the last time. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors from Panguitch. We have Camping World in St. George and France and Albrecht Physical Therapy. Thank you for your sponsorship and supporting these broadcasts. The officials still discussing. Looks like it will favor Panguitch. I'll stick with the original call.
Not sure if they were talking about the weather for that long or if there's something else.
They met the first time, went to the scores table, thought they figured it out, and then met again. Good job by Panguitch moving the ball around in the corner. Henry no good. Ball bounced around, and the second chance is no good by Franson. And Mustangs go the other way.
Franson did a good job getting that offensive rebound, but she was a little bit too far underneath the basket and made it a tough shot for her on the follow.
Jump shot at the top of the key is no good by Slaw, and Bobcats come away with the rebound. Some pressure is beat by the Bobcats. Great find from Palmer out to Franson, and Franson is able to lay that one up and in for two. 38-13 lead.
Good quick passes, Tyler, and the Bobcats were able to find Franson. So a heady pass from Lexi Palmer down to Franson.
We are still waiting for our Fab Rats trivia answer. Again, the question is, what is Fab Rats' favorite tire? As the first three is up and good for the Mustangs. They haven't been able to get any to go all day, but Reagan Browning pops the lid off from deep.
Her first basket. That's a big shot for the Mustangs.
She said, I don't want to hear about your Fab Rats question. I just want to make some threes. So, again, the Fab Rats question is, what is Fab Rats' favorite tire? Send your answer to uhsslive@gmail.com for a chance to win a limited edition Fab Rats t-shirt. Franson, no good on the layup. Cleaned up by Allen, but she's unable to put it in.
That offensive rebound by Allen on this trip and France on the last trip are really two of the only offensive boards we've seen in this half. The Mustangs have done a much better job on that in this half.
Browning just hit one, but misses that time from three. Bryce Canyon City three-point line hasn't favored the Mustangs today. And a good find inside by Palmer to Franson. She's got the last four for the Bobcats.
Right, and both those baskets assisted by Lexi Palmer.
40-16 lead for Panguitch, and Tony Pendleton and the Manila coaching staff wants to talk things over. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Welcome back to 1A State Championship Basketball. Manila and Panguitch out of the timeout. The Mustangs drop a good-looking play, but rim in and out on the layup attempt. Bobcats corral the rebound. 40-16 lead.
Excuse me, Todd. That was too bad. That was a great play by the Mustangs. Just couldn't get that layup to roll home.
Yeah, they've had some good looks. There's just been, whether it's jitters or just a lid on the basket, unable to get many to fall for Manila. But on the other end, Tabby Henry, they've had no problem getting baskets to go.
Right. Henry that time had plenty of time and set her feet and nailed that Bryce Canyon City three-pointer from the corner.
Mustang circled around. It's a good step-through move by Pendleton. She misses. Davis grabs the rebound. Now Pendleton gets it back and will try again. This time she earns 2 free throws.
Until that three-pointer by Tabby Henry, these teams have played even. Bobcats had a 31-7 lead at halftime, but each team had scored 9 points in the third quarter, and that's kind of the game we expected coming into this one.
Yeah, and they'll say it was on the ground, so no free throws for Manila. They take it out of bounds, but Manila, once you get those first 16 minutes underway, they've been able to settle down and show, a truer identity of who they are in the second half. And speaking of identity, a three-point shot is something that defines them, and it's Abby Schofield who knocks down the Bryce Canyon City three-pointer.
She has all 6 of her points in this half, and the Bobcats turn it over.
Still a 24-point deficit for the Mustangs. Under a minute to go in the third quarter as Katie Harlan will check in for the Bobcats. This is the 4th game of the day on the women's side of the bracket. winner of this will go on to face top-seeded Rich. Three-pointer again, up and no good for Manila. Monument Valley and Wayne won the first two matchups, the 4-5, so they will play each other tomorrow. Aaliyah Blackwater, a triple-double for Monument Valley. A turnover for the Bobcats, and they'll call a jump ball. It's tied up, so we'll go back to the Mustangs. Some pressure causing problems. Full timeout taken for Panguitch. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race scheduled for July 15th.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to Bryce Canyon Mule Days 2023. Join us April 30th through May 6th in Tropic, Utah. There will be guided mule rides, vendors, food and fun, arena events, a Friday night concert featuring Gren Hill and Andy Nelson, and the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday, May 6th. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there. Chisel's Ranch Sorting. This sport started many years ago sorting the cows and the calves, just doing ranch work. We've turned that into a professional time sporting event. We provide a friendly, welcoming atmosphere where all are welcome. Rookie or pro, come and learn and improve your skills.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center, where we are still waiting for our Fab Rats trivia answer. A limited edition Fab Rats t-shirt is up for grabs. If you can answer what is Fab Rats' favorite tire, we'll give you a hint. It's a tire involving 3 letters and their initials.
And Roald Dahl wrote a book about it.
So send that in as a block for the Bobcats. It's Palmer. Inglestead goes the other way. No good on the layup, but she tips it around and fights for a jump ball. We don't want these Fab Rats t-shirts to go to waste. They're limited edition. You'll want to pick it up at the SVC.
We don't want them to go to waste. We want them to go to your waste.
That's right.
Come and get them.
So it's still up for grabs. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. 43-19 lead for Panguitch. 5 seconds on the clock. Inglestead may not notice. They pass around 1 second, and the Bobcats don't know the time is going to run out. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Coming up, the fourth quarter of this presentation of 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Classic Motors of 120 South Main Richfield stands by their mission statement, which is to provide good old-fashioned service and neighborly pricing, creating an experience worthy of our guests thinking or saying those 3 magic words, I'll be back. Tradition worth preserving at Classic Motors Richfield.
Denny Orton at Coldwell Banker Realty is pleased to support all the teams in this year's tournament. Denny has done his best to accommodate both buyers and sellers in our rural area. Top listings and personalized service is what you get with Denny Orton at Coldwell Banker Realty in Panguitch. The Cowboys Smokehouse Cafe began in 1993 as a true Texas-style barbecue joint. Over the years, it has evolved into the full-service establishment that it is today. The restaurant is owned by the Perkins and Magoon family. We invite you to the tastiest barbecue around. Sea Stop Pizza in Panguitch, Utah. Pizza for every taste bud. We have pizza, pasta, wings, salads, breadsticks, and many more delicious items. Go Bobcats from the Crofts family.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center for the fourth quarter of Manila and Panguitch. I'm Tyler Gibb. Was joined by Danny Yardley for the first 3 quarters, but Mike Ahlstrom will take over for the fourth quarter.
What you need, Danny? With the games being going at the same time, Danny's supposed to call the next game over at the high school, and there's only a minute and a half left in that game, so Cash Mortensen, you would be the winner of the Fab Rats trivia. It's BFG KM3 tires. Let me see. Wait, I had 2 emails come in as well. I got to check. Oh, Cash. Nope. Sorry. Livingston beat you. Acaden Livingston beat you. BFG Tires.
Oh, block inside. But
so Acada Livingston, you're the winner. Have someone come and get a shirt for you at the broadcast area in the Sevier Valley Center up top.
Had to go to the replay booth on that one, see
I
what
know.
time the messages came in.
Well, Cash texted me, and the others were on email, and I just checked my email, but they all popped up, and it shows the time, and so
having to swipe between two different apps to get the winner.
Great job. Thanks for playing Fab Rats Trivia.
Second free throw good for Allen. And we'd like to thank some of our other sponsors, Alton Coal Development, Bear Valley RV and Sinclair, Big Tom Pest Control as Mustangs throw up its slaws, no good. C-Stop Pizza, Chisels Ranch Sorting, Cowboy Smokehouse, Garfield County, and Henry's Drive-In. It's been all Panguitch in this one, 44-19, as a foul will send Franson to the free throw line. 2 shots. We also like to thank Joe Dalton Auto Body, JT Steele, and Commissioner Jerry Taylor, K&D Forest Products, Kenny Ray's Restaurant, Panguitch City, Panguitch Drug, Panguitch Prevention Coalition, Rocky Mountain Fence, Security Title Co., SC Broadband, and Utah Independent Bank. As Franson knocks down both free throws at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
We've got a barn burner going on at the high school. Rich has a 53-51 2-point lead over Wayne County.
Three-pointer is no good by Wall. Panguitch brings down the rebound. And they'll push the tempo. Layup no good, but it's Franson who cleans it up, and her layup just rolls off the rim. Mustangs grab the board. So if you like close games, Richfield High, tune in 42 seconds. Still 6.5 to go at Sevier Valley Center. Manila misses again. Panguitch will slow things down. 20 seconds on the shot clock. A look inside to Franson, but it goes through her hands. Mustangs grab the rebound. The pace is slowed down in the fourth quarter.
For sure, both teams, Bobcats working around. A lot of times you get these substitutions and things don't flow quite as smooth.
Still got a few more days of basketball. Both teams want to stay rested with a game that may be out of hand. Back into the game, Mallory Henry will give Alexis Allen a break for the Bobcats. Henry picked up those 3 quick fouls in the third quarter, but checks back in. Engelstead circles it around. Now it's Henry in the corner. Good ball movement, circled around the perimeter. And it's Tabby Henry who tries the one-footed floater. No good. Engelstead chases down the rebound and pulls it back out. Henry this time will take a step out to the three-point line. No good. And Abby Schofield grabs the rebound for Manila. Abby having a good second half. She had 6 points in the third quarter.
Manila working around the perimeter, dribble drive, and fouled. Wall will go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
It's just been tough for the Mustangs all day to get anything going. They fell down big, 19-4 in the first quarter, and when you fall down that much, that early, it's hard to work your way back into it.
Yeah, you dig yourself a big hole. And so the clock is running, and it will run with that new rule. If it's a 25-point game, 30-point game in the fourth, it'll you have a running clock.
It stops for timeouts and foul shots.
Castle Wall had a good finish on one end, and the Bobcats will take a timeout on the other. You're listening to Utah 1A State Championship basketball on the Utah Mid Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
The Smile Artist located here in Cedar City. If you've ever wanted a new smile, but something's been holding you back, I'd love to spend a minute with you and just answer your questions. If you go to my website, you can set up a free 15-minute video phone call with me where we can just talk about it. The next step is also free. You'd come in and we'd actually design your smile together right there in the chair, print it out, and have you snap it in and give it a test run before doing the actual veneers. To check out my smile portfolio, visit drrobdental.com.
For over 50 years, Flaming Gorge Resort has offered lodging, restaurant, rafting, RV park, and fishing guides for anyone visiting the Flaming Gorge area. Stop in and see us at Flaming Gorge Resort.
Just over 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter as Manila causes another turnover. Over at Richfield High, Rich looks like they're going to pull out a 3-point victory over Wayne. They lead by 3 with 3 seconds to go. Crazier things have happened. Panguitch slows things up. Again, like to thank Wilson Orthodontics in Cedar, Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch, and Zions Bank in Panguitch and Richfield for their sponsorships. Ingolstadt drives right baseline, and she takes a bump. It'll be out of bounds for the Bobcats. 46-21, Panguitch leads. Into the game comes Kate Bambrough for the Mustangs.
Manila packing it into a 2-1-2 tight zone. Adelaide Ingolstadt with a little baseline short corner jumper.
We've seen her knock down that mid-range jump shot all game. Officials blow it dead. I'm assuming a shot clock issue. That seemed to be the most common reason for a referee whistle to talk about things. And it was Slaw who ran to the corner but wasn't looking in.
Well, and she was open. Slaw's cutting to the basket, and they pass behind her instead of hitting her on the open side. A little lob, and she has an open look at the basket. But
just a little miscommunication. She turned to cut baseline and had her hand up, but the ball had already rolled out of bounds behind her. Good ball movement inside for the Bobcats. Henry no good. Chased down in the corner, but then given away. It's Slaw who comes away with it for the Mustangs. And tapped out of bounds by Tabby Henry. The Mustangs will retain possession. It'll be Panguitch and Rich in the second round tomorrow, assuming the results hold, as Manila goes to the free throw line.
Your score over in the other gym, Wayne County 51, Rich 54, 2 seconds to go. Rich is shooting free throws.
And the free throws, first free throw by Castle Wall is good at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Two for two trip for Wall. Lexi Allen comes back in.
Bobcats will work it around the perimeter while Manila packs in that zone, find an open hole.
Henry, good finish through contact, falling to the ground.
Tabitha Henry having a great game as usual. She's a solid basketball player for the Bobcats.
In the corner, and Castle Wall is starting to heat up. Maybe too little too late, but good to see her stroke find the bottom of the net.
Bryce Canyon City three-pointer for Wall. Little floater in the paint for Henry. Henry with 4 fourth-quarter points puts the Bobcats back up by 26.
Oh, good backdoor find.
See, I think that was the same play they were trying to run earlier, but they passed the ball behind her instead of ahead of her.
Yeah, it was Cameron Slaw who made the cut and Reagan Browning who found her. The same connection that had just turned it over a moment ago. But Slaw will go back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Game 5 of the day will be Green River and Windover in the SVC on the girls bracket. As Cameron Slaw knocks down the first free throw and some subs will file in. That'll be the 2-15 matchup. Windover the 2 seed in the girls side of the bracket. Green River the 15 seed. And both free throws good.
And that running clock must have been inadvertent because I think it's 30 points. And if they hit the 30 points, it doesn't matter how far you come back. It never stops running as far as, it just finishes out the game.
Tabby Henry, who scored the last 4 for the Bobcats, is short on the jumper.
Manila bringing it across half court. Still working around, high screen left side.
Just over a minute to play. Panguitch leads by 24.
Oh, that's a great execution of the pick and roll. Just goes off her leg out of bounds. But from that high post, a high screen, and her rolls wide open. About as good a look as you can get, and just the pass comes a little high off the leg.
Panguitch will send in some fresh faces. 3 subs go in and out. Manila keeps it on their end. Toe on the line, and short air ball is Pendleton, but the Mustangs grab the rebound. Back inside, up and no good is Schofield. So Panguitch will move on to play Rich tomorrow.
And that's going to be a good game. I mean, I know the Bobcats come in ranked, number 8 in the state. But that Rich Panguitch game should be a good basketball game.
And they did play back on November 18th. Rich defeated Panguitch 45-25, but again, that was 4 months ago. So lots changed. Teams have figured things out since the first game of the season as Panguitch gets another offensive rebound and scores. It's Miller who checked into the game. Mustangs drive on the other end, no good is Davis.
12 seconds to go in the ball game, 54-28. 3 on the way, ribs out. Out of bounds underneath the Bobcats basket, 1.5 seconds to go.
Halfway through Day 1 at the 1A state tournament, it's Panguitch who advances over Manila 54-28 in dominant fashion. Stick around. Coming up next is the Ruby's Inn post-game report.
Celebrating 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball, providing quality concrete to Garfield, Kane, Wayne, and Paiute counties. The mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best of the best. When it comes to traditions, at the top of the list would be Henry's Drive-In on Highway 89 in Panguitch and a hot and juicy chubby cheeseburger. Julie and Colleen at Henry's wish all teams the best of luck.
From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing, give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2.